my coat, all right, my shoulders. Hey, well, I totally missed the cue.
That's
totally.
all right.
All right, let's start this all over, all right? Good morning, Wilmington. I'm Ivan Thomas, and with my lovely co-host,
Vincenza. Good morning, Wilmington. It is so good to be back.
Oh my gosh, year 2022. I am ready to rock and roll, make $1 million while I do it.
Oh, me too. Me too. Count me in. Count me in. Count me in. Count me in.
How's everything?
Everything's going well. It's really excited to start the new year. It's been a while since we've had our Good Morning Wilmington live segment, and
we needed time off.
I know. You know what? I appreciated the winter break. The production team needed a little bit of a break. Everyone's working so hard to make sure that everything goes off without a hitch. But I have to say, Ivan, we've had some changes around here.
Yeah, a couple changes.
I know. You didn't really stop. So Ivan never stops working. Everybody that doesn't know Ivan Thomas, he says he's taking a break, but he's really not. He's constantly working because he's so devoted to DETV and Good Morning Wilmington and making sure that everything continues to improve and we continue to be better and better, and I love that about you, Ivan. So it's always an honor to be beside you. Oh, yes.
The hustle don't stop. You know what I mean? The hustle does not stop. Like, you know, where I'm from is if you want something, you go hard and you go get it, and then when you get it, you go even harder to maintain it and keep it. You know, so I was raised around some amazing people. But enough about them. We got some amazing people here today that's going to be on the show.
Yes.
Okay.
As usual.
As usual, we got what is it? A1 lineup going on. We got Mayor Mike Purzycki here to talk about what's going on in Wilmington. Glad to have him here.
Yes.
We have Donna Snyder White from the United Way, right? Love to see her on set. But most of all, this is my homegirl. I can't wait to get her on set, Cheris Monique. Amazing.
Yes,
if I can come up with one word would be super dope. Yep, that's my word.
Yes. Oh, yes. And you know what I love about first impressions is when someone walks into a room, you could tell a lot about someone. And when Cheris walked into this room,
I heard angels sing. I heard. Look, I remember like Coming to America. It's like they just dropped the rose petal. She was ready. She was ready to rock and roll.
You know what? It's all about charisma. She didn't even need to speak, and all of our eyes gravitated towards her, and we were just so excited to introduce ourselves. I was so excited. I was like the energy. I was like, this is going to be a great show.
I knew you was going to eat her up, right? Because you come from the pageant world. You probably judged her on her walk. Did you see her sachet and her spin?
I saw everything.
Okay, all right. Well, look, more to come. Make sure you check it. You hang around. You don't want to miss that. Women empowerment. She's bringing it here to Delaware, so we can't wait to talk to her. But let's talk about your New Year's resolution. You ready? What's your New Year's resolution?
So my New Year's resolution was to set more goals. I'm a goal setter. For anybody that doesn't know who I am, I love to set goals. I think it's always important and healthy to write down your goals, even if they're short-term goals and long-term goals. And so I'm going to continue to set those goals for 2022, and hopefully continue to achieve them and work hard towards them. But I feel that for 2022, yes, continue to hustle, which you mentioned, but also allocate time for rest.
Oh God,
you have to rest your mind. It's important.
Yo, I swear to you, I'm always going.
Yes.
January 1st, I emailed the team, or I might have called them or sent a pigeon or something, a text message, something that was so unofficial. It was like, take the week off with pay, right? Because we were burnt out. Yeah. So definitely gotta have that time for rest. And what's it called, R&R?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, R&R. It was so funny. Real quick story. When during the winter break, I had an idea, and every time I call Ivan, he always picks up my call. By the way, I appreciate that about you.
Worry.
You always pick up my call. Doesn't matter what time of the day is. Ivan always picks up my call. So I gave him a call, and he picked up. I said, Ivan, I have a question. And we started talking. He goes, Vin. By the way, he calls me Vin. Everybody else calls me Chen.
Even though she told me don't call her Vin.
He can call me Vin, just not Vinny. Right. So he can call me Vin. That's fine. Right. So he's like, Vin, go to Facebook. I'm like, what are you doing? Go to Facebook. I go to Facebook. The set is completely changed. There's this huge screen. I'm like, oh my goodness. And he starts laughing. I was like, Ivan, you did not take a break.
No.
No, but I love the changes that you're making here, and I love that you're setting the bar so high for 2022 at DETV and Good Morning Wilmington, because that's just only going to continue for us, for us to grow and be better.
That's what it's about. It's about growth, but most of all, it's about my city and my state.
That's right.
Born and raised Southbridge, moved to the East Side when I was 16. There's nothing more than I love than this city that I'm from, and what I found out in this city, right, there are some amazing freaking people doing some amazing stuff.
Oh, yeah.
You know, so my job is to make it, to put it in a nice ribbon, right, and then show everyone what the city is capable of and the people that's in it.
Well, I'm honored to be by your side.
Well, thank you, Wonder Twin. Appreciate it. So we got to stretch it out.
No.
We got to stretch it out. Or we great walk over there. But we got some special people in the house today. We have the founder. I would bring her on right now. The founder of HBCU Week. But she's just going to wave. HBCUweek.org.
She's giving you the nod.
Yes, she's giving, don't you dare. HBCU.org, right? HBCUweek.org. Make sure you check them out. See what's going on for the coming year. It's dope, super sick. Y'all ready?
All right.
I don't think we're ready.
That's all right. I have some more to talk about. So I have some more to talk about. So going into the 2022 year, a lot of the businesses are gearing up for, you know, hopefully continuing to grow, especially since we did have a little bit of a surge.
Right.
No, a lot of a surge.
Yeah.
With the COVID-19 pandemic, a lot of businesses were impacted. So we're hoping that with 2022, things will continue to grow, get better.
I think so. I think they will.
Too. I'm very hopeful. I'm very optimistic. If anyone is going to be dining out, restaurants, I always plug restaurants, as everyone know. I'm the owner of V&M Bistro, third generation restaurateur, and I'll tell you right now, oh yes, restaurants are taking strides to make sure that all of their guests are safe. They're taking extra precautions, so I can assure everyone, you know, please take the time to dine out, support your local eatery. If you are just not, maybe you're not ready yet to dine out, do takeout, purchase gift cards. I feel it's really, really important because this month a lot of the local restaurants have been taking a little bit of a hit, but we're hoping that things will get better as we move into February for Valentine's Day, which we're accepting reservations. We are open Monday, February 14th. Heart-shaped raviolis.
I'm not messing with you. Last time I went there, right, they had this amazing eggplant. It was just awesome. But look, let's get ready. I want to dip over after this commercial. We want to talk to the mayor about what's going on the east side. I can't wait to hear from him, and you can't wait either. So stay tuned. This is a live show. Vincenza and Ivan here at the DETV Plaza. Damn, that sounds good.
Sound good.
DETV Plaza here on DETV. Stay tuned.
Scan your phone to pay your fare with the free DART Pass app. So what are you waiting for? Try transit today. Visit dartfirststate.com or call 1-800-652-DART.
This message is brought to you by Newcastle County Government.
The speed at which the vaccine has come about has given a few folks pause. But when you're losing 500,000 lives in a span of 6 to 8 months, you must respond quickly. The good news is the technology, the messenger RNA vaccination, is 30 years old. It's been in the lab waiting for the opportunity to take place. Now, most vaccines have taken years to perfect, but you weren't in the kind of crisis that
Welcome back, Vin. You ready?
I'm ready.
First interview of the year, and it won't be their last. I'm pleased to have and honored to have in our humble establishment right now, Mayor Mike Purzycki of Wilmington, City of Wilmington's mayor. is here to tell us about some great stuff that's going on in Wilmington, especially on the east side of town. Mayor, welcome.
Thank you.
How's everything?
Vin.
Don't call her Vinny. Don't call her Vinny.
You could call me Vincenza, Chenza, or Vin, just not Vinny.
How's everything going there?
We're good. You know, we've got our challenges, but we continue to grow and do great things. And we've got our dedicated staff, gets up every morning, meets and talks about the agenda for the day ahead and making the city better.
So what's it like? Let me ask you. What's it like being, like, this is your second term, right? What is it like being mayor of this wonderful city?
Yeah. Well, it's the great privilege of my life. It's the hardest thing I've ever done and the most rewarding all at the same time. What's it like? You know, there are challenges that show up every single day. There are complaints that people have every single day, and they tend to, in a city our size, they call the mayor. You know, if you're in New York, you go through 5 layers to get to Adams.
Yeah.
Here, it's just one phone call. Most people have my cell phone. You know, they text me, call me, and so you know, we deal with every conceivable kind of problem that people have, but at the same time, it's very rewarding to be able to solve their problem. And so that's what's being a small city mayor is that personal level engagement, which is really rewarding.
Right.
Well, they say that if it were easy,
Yeah.
everyone would be doing it.
Yeah, I think
so
it's true.
you know, sometimes it's okay to have a challenge because it helps push you to the next level and want to continue to grow, achieve, accomplish. And what person, you know, better for the job than you, Mr.
Oh,
Mayor? So
well, that's very kind of you.
thank you.
But sometimes our challenges they're beyond our immediate ability to solve them. You know, we have poverty in our city. We've got 27% of the people live under the poverty line. With that comes problems that, you know, that are just part of nature. They're part of the problem of poverty. You know, I have friends of mine who have plenty of money and they're always complaining about not having the money to do something. How about if you're making $20,000 a year? What if you're making minimum wage? What if you were living on some sort of subsidy, just trying to get by?
Right.
And instead of judging people, we have to be a little bit more empathetic at least, sympathetic if you will, but at least be empathetic with how difficult it is to get from here to here every single day and every month of the year. And that's the challenge we have. And the great challenge for people in my position is to do what you can to lift people out of that condition.
Right.
And it's not just to write a check, but it's to figure out how the combination of subsidy and work and opportunity and education, all those things that you know, just make it that much more accessible for people to find success in their lives.
And that's been your thing since I met you, right? It's to see the problem, and then how do we fix the problem? And how do we have it that, right, that has definitely been his thing.
Well, the worst thing, there's a great quote, one of my favorite quotes, I say it often, is the worst, most corrupting lie is a problem poorly stated. And so when you think about it, you know, people define problems that are kind of self-absolving, they cut the pressure off them. So an example is if people aren't getting their children educated, they want to blame the teachers. Well, maybe not. You know, my guess is teachers deserve a Medal of Honor in many cases.
Okay,
you know, so
yeah, look, all the teachers are like, wait a minute, they deserve what?
I'm not pandering to teachers, that's for sure. But but people tend to say, well, the problem is, you know, we need better administrators. We need more money for schools. We need better schools. We need prettier schools. We need more grass cut, whatever it is. And sometimes you find that the problem is much deeper and much more intractable. Right. And so if we were smart about defining problems, we would find the solutions a whole lot more forthcoming.
So last week you announced $50 million that you're going to allocate towards the east side.
Well, specifically about $30 million total on the east side, $50 million citywide, and maybe more. But that's a good example, a good segue from defining the problem. So we have a poverty problem, we have a crime problem, and we have a sad problem among young people committing crimes. And so people define the problem as it's a police problem. That's always the easy one. You know, the police, if the police did a better job, we'd have less crime. We had a young girl, 15 years old, standing in front of her house on the east side, and shot 4 times by a 16-year-old. That took place a month ago.
Yeah.
Is that a police problem? I don't think so. This is a kid who had a social media beef with her boyfriend, came back and shot her 4 times.
Wow.
Is that a police problem? I don't think so. We had 5 kids go up to Philadelphia, carjack a US Congresswoman, stick a gun in her face, and drive the car back here. 13, 14, 15, 16, 19. Is that a police problem? No, it's not a police problem. There's something wrong. There's something deeper that's going on that we have to attend to. When you find that we have young kids who think of that kind of behavior as having been normalized, well, we've got a problem ourselves. We have to look at ourselves. People in my position for years didn't do enough to strengthen these communities. People in the communities didn't do enough to strengthen their families and take care of their kids. We all have responsibility, but blaming somebody else never gets the job done.
But working together gets it done.
It does, and so so you've heard me talk about this before. As I said, people want a simple, stupid solution. Blame the police. Police, you solve my problems for me. My feeling is that our neighborhoods have been in decline for so long that our children grow up in a place that they internalize as being not as good as other places, therefore I'm not as good as other people. And that's a terrible thing for kids to internalize. So our view of the world is we're going to make their neighborhoods better. We're going to make the houses they live in better. I've been in houses where the plumbing was literally falling through the floor because the leaks happen and people don't have enough money to fix the leaks, or the landlord is so worthless he won't get it fixed. And so when a kid lives in that environment and his behaviors are different, what is the big surprise? I spoke to a group of lawyers some time back, and I'm not sure everybody thought it was a great speech. I don't think they liked the message. My message was everybody who looks like you guys, ask what's wrong with those kids over there who commit those crimes. It's obvious to me you've never seen the environment they live in. It's obvious to me you don't know where they come from. You don't know what their surroundings are their whole lives. And if you knew that, you'd never ask that question.
Right.
So what did we do? We have federal funds of about $54 million. We need $10 or $12 million just to balance our books because, as you correctly stated, our revenues are down because businesses suffer and our revenues are sensitive to that. So we need some money to balance our books for a while. But then the balance of the money of about $40 million, we're going to take and put right into our neighborhoods. And you can't do all the neighborhoods or you'll get nothing done. So we said, what's the most iconic neighborhood in the city? I think it's the East Side. Yeah, I didn't know you lived there. I knew you grew up in Southbridge, but you lived over there. They're, some of the most heralded people in the history of our city grew up on the East Side. Yep. Our 2 iconic schools, the great schools, Howard and the Bancroft, right there on the East Side. Yeah. The governor's going to give a big facelift. He's going to spend $80 million on a brand new Bancroft school, K-8, one of those building blocks we're talking about. And so we're going to build on that and invest $30 million in the following way. We'll build new houses wherever we have building lots. We're going to rehab all the existing houses that are in just terrible shape over there. And we're going to go see all the homeowners who've been in those houses for 40 years and can't afford to fix it, and we're going to fix their houses up for them.
Get out of here.
See, and that's what's so important is starting with the foundation. You said it so perfectly, instead of pointing blame, let's bring it to where the home is, the environment. Yeah. Let's start by helping fund that, correct that. And I do believe, it starts from building a stronger foundation. And I think that, yes, you're right, you can't fix everything, but you're starting somewhere. And I think that's what's most important. And at least you're taking action. Because like you said, maybe previous leadership wasn't able to take action or did not know, but you not only have created the conversation, you're acting on it now. And I think that's what everyone needs to realize, that action is being taken. We're making the strides to improve our community. We have to start somewhere, because if we don't help our community, it's not good.
There was a saying that I heard on CNN. The gentleman said, if you can't cry for what's going on in my neighborhood and I can't cry for what's going on in your neighborhood, something is wrong. So when you look at, like, say, was it 2 years ago, you guys redid Eden Park. You got your office administration did Hicks. Yep. How much money did you put in Hicks?
$4 million.
And Eden Park?
2.5 million.
Now, like that alone was something that was the community love, right? The kids would come out there and play baseball, play football on that beautiful field. It was something. It didn't make it seem like they were just going to the park, a regular raggedy park, and no one cared about.
Then
right?
it was terrible.
Yeah, but now it's beautiful. So that the $30 million that you're putting on the east side is going to education and what else? And remodeling?
Well, no, we're going to spend, the majority of that money is going to go toward housing improvement. But
Okay.
we're going to relight the entire community with LED lights so that those places that don't feel safe are now going to get lit up brightly. We're going to put some pedestrian lights that will beautify the area naturally. We're going to completely relight Herman Holloway Park, which is a shame because it's a pretty park. It's so dark, there's too much mischief goes on there.
Yeah.
And so we're going to do those kinds of things. But the important thing is, the way you succeed in this world is with partners. And so we have partnerships over there with the Housing Authority. They'll do 22 houses. Woodlawn trustees will do 20 new houses and rehab 60 houses. Habitat for Humanity is going to be working with us on 20 new ones. Plus, they're going to do the Brush with Kindness program for the homeowners who are looking to improve their houses without cost to them.
Okay.
It's just going to be a lot of partners who are going to work with us. The Land Bank, a Central Baptist CDC, folks who care, who've just never been able to get enough to push it over the edge. Well, all of a sudden, we have enough money to do that.
Are there any programs that the city is going to have? Because fixing up everything is great, but are there any programs that's going to help? So like mothers, kids.
So what we're going to do is we have an agreement with Votech School District. We're going to put 25 kids into the construction trades project. So we will pay them to participate and pay them to go to work. And so they'll start learning on the job.
Yeah.
And we are going to, we have funds directly set aside for minority contractors. That's who we expect to be over there. We don't expect to import contractors. There are enough people that are talented and care about that community more than everybody else does. So that's a good match for that. We have a drone program we just opened the other day, and a virtual reality program as well. The city put about $100,000 to educate these kids in the world coming up that, frankly, I have no idea what it is. I just know it's there. Don't ask me to explain it. Don't talk to me about avatars and
Right.
I'm like, whoa, this is a world that I'm not prepared for. So.
Yeah, it's coming. It's definitely coming.
It's coming, and it's coming fast.
At least you're taking the steps to pivot. To say that we're still relevant, right? We're still taking action in many different ways.
Yeah.
And I did catch that that you are offering virtual opportunities for our students. And the younger generation, they're very tech savvy, more tech savvy than we are, and far more advanced. So I think that's really important that you're engaging that younger generation by offering them these opportunities. I know we try.
Look, it's hard stuff because I don't understand it. I mean, it's crazy. Social media.
We're fighting for attention right now, and that's what it is. What can gather people's attention? Like even with us, we're shooting with VR cameras now, because we have an idea that maybe if we tell the news more virtually, bam, and it's working so far. But Mayor, what else do you want the people to know about this project on the east side?
Well, we're involving members of the community, so we're not coming in here and saying, here's what we're doing for you.
That's important.
Which people find very offensive. But
what'd you say?
What people will find very offensive. I come in there and plot myself in there and say, look, here's what I'm doing. No, it's not that at all. We're engaging with the community, making sure they have buy-in for everything that we want to do over there.
Do they have buy-in?
Oh, I've seen nothing but support for what we're doing.
Okay.
Now, the trouble with the pandemic and even the echoes of it where we are today is it just keeps our ability to really get together as much as we used to.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty tough on myself because I don't interact at a personal level the way I did, but that's kind of the world we're in right now. Even having Zoom meetings with a half dozen people, I'm sorry, it's just not the same.
I totally agree with you.
Being in that room and meeting you and seeing you and talking to you, completely different impression forever, as rather than seeing you on a Zoom call. And that's, but we've been talking to a lot of folks over there, and I think generally they're very supportive.
Nice.
And I think as long as everybody feels like we're all in this together, it's going to be fine. if we start giving orders, then that doesn't work, and I know that.
Yeah, that's much different. Community buy-in. So we start with the rehab of the entire community.
So we'll go to the east side first.
Okay.
And we're going to work hard to see if we can't really make a statement on the east side. And once
Okay.
we do that, I know we'll be able to
Yes.
expand this effort
And you
to
will.
different places. Yeah.
And you will. I'm very optimistic about what you're going to do in our community, and I hope that provides you more confidence that you do have our support here as you continue to make these changes and these physical improvements in our community, because we so desperately need that.
I can't wait because, and don't get me wrong, I think in the plans down where the horse stables are,
Yeah,
that is a place for creatives, right? And an amphitheater that's coming.
It's coming.
So,
I love that.
Oh my gosh,
That's
I'm happy. I can't wait. I can't wait at all.
And people don't know about all these little building blocks, on the east side. As I said, the governor's starting off with about $80 million. Don't hold me to it, but a brand new school over on the east side. We haven't had a brand new school in the city in forever, right?
Yeah.
So I'm pretty excited about it. My long-term wish for the city is that we have a high school here for our kids.
Yeah.
I think 40 years of busing our kids all over Kingdom Come.
Yeah, it's been
failed
crazy.
proposition. So I think someday, I hope before I leave, whenever that is, I hope we can.
Oh, you ain't going nowhere.
No, not for.
Speak it into existence, right?
He ain't going nowhere.
But I think it would, look, it's not a great idea to spread our kids here, there, and everywhere,
Yeah.
even in pursuit of a worthwhile goal. But it's just not working for us. So I'd love to see us.
What's the long game here? How long will you think this whole thing will be? Like 10 years?
Well,
5?
I think if we over the next 2 or 3 years, I think people will really see a huge difference in the
Okay.
community. So I think that's enough.
Yeah.
In 10 years, you might completely rebuild a community. But
Yeah.
I think it's just removing the blight. People always ask me, are you doing here what you did in the riverfront? I said, it's following your instincts more than a plan. Everybody wants a plan,
Right.
The plan is get rid of blight.
Right.
Get rid of the garbage that people see every single day when they go into your community. Get rid of the houses that were burned out 3 years ago and are still sitting there looking at you.
Yeah.
That's just terrible because, as I said, I think it does real psychological damage to these malleable minds who are grown up and internalizing all this garbage and saying, they don't leave the burned out building over on the other side of town.
Right.
Yeah.
Valuable
It'd be gone in a month.
Love it. Love it. Mr. Mayor, thank you so much for coming. Really
Yes.
appreciate it.
Thank you.
You gotta. Can someone give him the key to
Oh, hey,
DETV?
listen. Wait a minute. When I walked in, you didn't say the angels sing.
What? What'd I
You
say?
said somebody else. You were talking about Cheris. You said, "Oh, the angels
angels
sing." Yeah, you're like, "Oh, here
You got
she
your own
comes."
theme music. You got
I
your
come
own.
in,
You
I
got.
come in. No
Everybody has
angels
their-
sing it for
No,
me.
No,
you got
everybody
your,
has their
you
own
got your own
theme
theme
song, that's
music.
right.
The AC/DC, Thunderstruck. Every time the mayor comes in, you will hear AC/DC Thunderstruck. Dennis, you got that? From now on, AC/DC Thunderstruck when the mayor comes in. Mayor, thank you so much.
Yes, thank you.
For
Great
more
to-
information, please go to, what's the website for the city? Go to the City of Wilmington's Facebook page and their website. All right, and we'll see you. And we'll be right back because you got to hear about this this program that the United Way has called Stand By Me that is helping people in the community. And Donna Snyder White is here to talk more about it. So we'll be right back after these messages. Anything you cool?
I'm ready.
Mayor, you good?
Thank you, Mayor.
All right, we're good. Thunderstruck. AC.
us, Donna Snyder White.
Hold on, Vin.
Oh, okay.
I think we need, when Donna comes in, her theme music is Beyonce, Who Run the World. All right, Dennis? Let's make sure we say that, because she's not going to give me no flack. I would beatbox it for you, but I'll mess around, mess the whole show up. But I'm sorry, Vin. Go ahead, Vin.
No, you're good. I love the theme songs. They always say, when you walk into a room, what's the theme song that should play when you walk into a room?
Every hero should have
one. So I love
one.
that.
Right.
No, I love that. But we have Donna Snyder White, United Way of Delaware. We're just so excited to have you with us, talking about the program Stand By Me. So welcome, Donna.
Well, thank you so much. I appreciate, thank you not beatboxing the theme song. I appreciate it. Beyonce would have some words with you, okay?
Right.
But no, it's great to be here, and thank you guys for inviting United Way back to the seat here in Wilmington. It's so good to be here. And I'm excited to tell you a little bit more and your viewers about Stand By Me. So thank you, appreciate
awesome.
it.
Michelle came in before and talked about it, but she didn't, she just briefly just told us about it, introduced us to it. What is Stand By Me?
Okay, so for the last 10 years, there have been a partnership between United Way of Delaware and the state of Delaware to try to figure out how we can best support people who may be going through some type of financial difficulty. We all get there. It doesn't make a difference who you are or where you are. But if you had some hardship, wouldn't it be great to kind of talk to somebody about it and try to figure out how to pull yourself up and to be more empowered and be more informed about financial information in general, right? Sometimes it's so complex. So United Way of Delaware and the state of Delaware started this wonderful program called Stand By Me. Now it's been 10 years to provide free financial coaching to anyone in the state of Delaware who needs it. And that is huge, because we were just talking earlier, not to date myself, but like when I was in school, sometimes they had maybe home economics or something like that. They taught you some basics. They don't teach basic finance in schools these days, right? And that's not to discount the efforts of the teachers to do good, right? But learning—
It's not on the curriculum.
It's
not there.
It's not on the curriculum, so you're exactly right.
And we touched on this before Good Morning Wilmington segment began. Donna and I were just chatting, and I told her that I did have a chance to look at the website. And I felt the website was very informative, very user-friendly, and just very helpful with all the resources that I wished at a young teenager, a young adult, that I had this opportunity, this resource so readily available to me, because I didn't know anything about building credit. I didn't know anything about that. Budgeting. Right, and now today as a business owner, oh my goodness, it is so important, so imperative.
Understanding finances is a huge part, right? And in our community, my community where I'm from, right, it wasn't on the menu. We're talking about survival. Right? I just, like at the age of 30, I found out like the little bodegas was bad to eat at. You know what I mean? But now, you get older, and you, like you said, you sit and you wish that resources were there. And thank goodness for this resource, Stand By Me, because it allows that people can get that not just the beginning stages, but to understand how money works, how finances work. Because at the end of the day, that's what all of this is about.
You're exactly right. And it really comes back to the basics, right? So we always start with a budget. And let me just say that we have 14 other implementation partners that work with us. And it's important to say that because we want to make sure people get access to the coaching wherever they may go, right? But we start with the basics, budget. Everybody creates a budget. If you don't know how much money you're bringing in and where it's going, then you just don't know, right? So just starting writing down your basic budget, right? And then once you get that, like, what is the goal? What do you want to achieve? Because this is really a client or an individual-led program. They set the goal, they figure out what they want to do, and it's our job to help them, inform them, to provide them with the right information, but also to make sure that it's plain enough that everybody can understand it. It shouldn't have to be Greek to anybody to learn basic budgeting, credit, debt, savings. All that management should be as plain as ABC. And all the coaches connected to the program make it happen that way. So I just want to say that it is available to anyone in the state. They just need to reach out. They can call 211 and ask for a Stand By Me coach, and they can get connected. Now, the other thing that's really great about the program is that we try to place it in places where people go every day. Now, we know COVID has really upset the apple cart with doing business day to day, but it's connected to Head Starts in
Okay.
childcare.
Very good.
And that's twofold. We connect with the staff, give the opportunity for the staff to understand the basics about budgeting and financing, and also we connect with the families. And that's important too, because when you think about it, you learn your basics from your parents. You
Yes.
learn the basics from the adults in your
That's true.
family.
Very true.
So if we can help folks get that basic understanding and help move to where they're improving their credit, through this program, we improve credit scores about 74 points, which is huge, right?
Yes, it is.
We help folks with savings and debt management. Today, we've helped over 30,000 clients in residents. We call them clients, but they're really residents
Right.
in the state of Delaware, as well as contributed to $30 million in debt reduction and savings. And that's huge.
That's
in the,
huge.
in the
Yes,
10
it
years
is.
this program has been in existence, that's what it's been able to do.
Wow.
Yes.
And people get there by a step by step. Like, it's a little bit at a time. It's $2,000 here, or it's $5,000 if that's, some people have medical debt. I mean, this is reality that we're living in today.
Yeah. Yeah.
When you get sick and you go in the hospital, you're not planning to be in the hospital,
Right.
And so when you come out, sometimes you do carry some medical debt. Some of us carry student loan debt,
Right.
How do you manage that? How do you figure out how to put that in your budget, right?
Right.
And then pay it down over time, right? Those things should be easy as breathing.
Yeah.
The coaches that are available through this program over the last 10 years break that stuff down and make it easy for us to understand.
And this is a free
Yes.
program, right?
It's free.
Uh-huh.
Now, I will say it's free because we've got great partners like through the state of Delaware, but also Barclays Bank, and I'm going to come back to Barclays in a minute. We've got other funders that, Wilmington Trust and MBA, not MBA, but M&T, pardon me, and others that have contributed into this program.
Nice.
Through the contributions of those partners, and they're great businesses here in the city, and I don't want to name them all. I feel as though I should name them all now that I said a few.
Might as well name a couple.
There are really some great partners that invest in this program, allows us to serve more Delaware residents and families.
Let me ask you this. Let me ask you this, right? Why do you believe in the program?
Oh, let me just say, girlfriend is a witness. Okay, so most of us have already had a hardship,
Right.
something we couldn't figure out on our own, and we have been through the program. We have coaches that were clients or individuals who use the services, and now they are coaches. So I believe in it because I know it works. I believe in the people that make it work. And these are just Delawareans who believe that everyone should have the same level of knowledge and access to information to change their circumstances.
Yes.
And this program has always been about readiness. So if you're ready to make a change, we're going to give you the information, but at the end of the day, you're going to take action. And that's where the empowerment comes from, right? So the empowerment comes from me embracing the information and me wanting to make a change. And there are more people out there who want to change their circumstances than people give credit for.
Yeah.
Right.
But sometimes you just need that little bit of encouragement and support and the right information at the right time through a trusted resource that can get you there.
That sounds like, I'm glad I asked why, because people are saying, that is me, I need some help right now. So tell people, where can they go to sign up or be a part of this? Or get more
Absolutely.
information?
The quickest way is to call 211 and ask for a Stand By Me coach. And they'll get you connected to a Stand By Me coach in your area. Just give them your zip code and we'll find one for you. We have 14 implementation partners that are working with us every day. You can also visit the website, which is standbyme.org, and find a coach on the website. You could sign up. There's a little bit of a contact us box at the bottom. Just put your information in that and it will come to us directly. We've got a lot of great people working this program every day. And I
Wow.
keep talking about the people in the program because they're people from our community. And so someone says it's the best kept secret. It is, but not anymore because
Right.
we're here,
Right.
So it's not a secret anymore. And
Right.
for those people who are aspiring to home ownership, there's a program for that called Stand By Me Home. If you have a small business and you're looking to take your business to the next level, we've got our Stand By Me Minority Small Business Program, and we work with small businesses as well.
Y'all got a whole Stand By Me album going on over there, don't you?
I wish I put the feed in to go through all the programs.
right.
But I know y'all have me on a short time, so I just wanted to highlight a few of them.
We own the network, so you can do what you want to do.
Oh, there you go. There you go. Bring me back.
Yeah, bring me back.
And you're always welcome,
yes,
Donna.
yes.
No, you're always welcome back. But I again, going back to that, it's a free resource, a free opportunity to educate yourself about something that is so important in living life and progressing in life and building a business and building a brand and marketing yourself. As you said, money is important, and knowing how to budget is even more important. And just acquiring those skills, you offer those opportunities, not just to the younger generation, but to the older generation, which I thought was really interesting. When I went to the website, it said 50 and plus.
That's right. That's right.
You never stop learning, because the world is changing all the time, right?
And you took the words right out my mouth.
And especially if you're a business owner, right? Now, if you're a business owner and you need to know how to budget, like your money for your business, that is something that you definitely have to take advantage of. Yes. And I'm just thinking about, like, damn, where were these resources when I was growing up?
Well, they're here now.
They're here
so,
now.
and
we're
eligible.
See my big butt in one of them classes. You know what I mean? You would, shoot, I'm not too proud for anything.
Well, we will welcome you with open arms for sure. But the point you're making is a really good one. No matter where we are in our life's journey, we're constantly learning, but we don't know everything, right?
That's right.
So it doesn't hurt to reach out to someone who only has your best interests at heart. This is a individual-centered program. It's your goals, and that's all we want to do is help you achieve your goals. It's not what we want. This is not like a financial advisor. This is a coach, right? And we talk to people if they're in the child care space and child care lane, all the way up through high school. We've got a great program called our Stand By Me Next Gen. It is a curriculum-based program, and so that means we work with the teachers to infuse this program in our high schools. We want to go all the way back down into the other grades, but we'll take funding support to do that, and that's a plug for additional funders to kind of...
I saw what you did there. I saw what you did there. I was like, yo, take a note. We gotta make sure we...
But it always goes all the way up to, like, working. We've got coaches at Christiana Care, because you know what? They're one of our top employers in the state, right? But they've got a plethora of employees with very diverse backgrounds, and sometimes you just need that, again, additional support to help you figure out, now you've got this medical debt. But
how I take care of it.
How to take care of it, right? Exactly. And so even to our retirees and looking at, how do they continue to stretch their budgets on a very fixed income? So all of this is open to the great, to all of us, right, to take advantage of.
Right. I love it. I love it. Is there anything else that we didn't mention that you want to mention before we wrap up?
We've got some really, really good opportunities coming up for folks to expand and us to serve more minority small businesses. We've got a great partnership with the Small Business Development Center. I'm going to plug them as well, and looking to expand our reach into that area and also into the high schools. So really, really great opportunity for us coming up.
Thank you so much, Donna. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you,
you ready? I'm ready. I'm ready to go sign up. Matter of fact, you got to sign up for something.
No, I'm definitely signing up.
Sign up for the
I already checked out the whole.
Yeah, I thought I forgot.
You didn't forget.
Think about
That's
signing
a
up.
separate conversation.
Okay, right.
Donna, thank you so much for being here.
Thank
It's a
you.
pleasure.
Appreciate it.
And anytime.
Yes.
I'm going to hold you to that.
Please.
All right.
Anytime.
Thank you.
All right, folks. Well, we'll take a quick commercial break, and we'll be right back.
Who we coming back with? Cheris Monique.
Cheris Monique.
They're the
Cheris
angels.
Monique. Cheris Monique. Cheris Monique. We'll be back. Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. Look, I tell you, behind the scenes here is so crazy, right? Because when my floor director gives we got 30 seconds to get back on set, you see everybody.
I know, my hairbrush is thrown, my hairspray is thrown, I'm throwing my bottle on.
Cheris ran over here out her shoes, right? She's like, my shoes. But no. Look, let's welcome to the show Cheris Monique. Cheris is the CEO and founder of Ram Roll, right?
Ram Role Model Society.
Oh my gosh, I remember you from a long time ago, right? I'm talking about like childhood over on the West Side.
Yes.
And you have been doing this for a very long time.
I really have.
Yep, I remember. I want to say when I really saw you was maybe 90. No. A couple years ago with Sandra Pitts over at Girls Can Do Anything.
Yep.
And she had the room walking, you know what I mean? Of these are younger girls, and you saw it back then that she had something. And to see where she is now, I'm super excited to have you and honored to have you on the show.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate that.
You got it. And because, the kids, they look up to you. Mothers look up to you. So enough about that, because I'm going to go into a whole bio.
right. Tell me more.
So tell us about Ram.
Okay, so let me tell you a little bit about myself.
Okay.
Then I'll tell you a little bit about Ram.
That'll work.
Okay?
That'll work.
All right, so everybody, my name is Cheris Monique. I am from Wilmington, Delaware. I was born and raised here. I have 3 sons. I am a licensed social worker. I am soon to be a certified family life educator.
Nice.
You already mentioned I'm the founder and owner of Ram Role Model Society, which is an empowerment and advocacy program for girls. And I'm also the owner of an early childhood education center.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's it. And Ram Role Model Society, that's my empowerment program. The mission of the program is to build confidence and boost esteem. And I do that through TV, fashion, photography, and modeling. And how that came about was because when I was about 13, 14 years old, I decided that I wanted to be a model. Right. And it was kind of hard, living in Delaware because, we don't have that type of state for that. We don't have that type of demographics for modeling. But my cousin was a model. And he was my inspiration. He was going back and forth to New York, doing, getting jobs, getting major campaigns. So he was my inspiration. So with that being said, I started my own modeling career. I was able to land national appearances on TV shows, Law & Order, One Life to Live. I did music videos with major artists. I was in editorial magazines doing fashion shoots. New York Fashion Week. I did fashion shows with America's Next Top Model. Right. So Ivan and Vin, if I could call you Vin.
Sure. You're starting a trend.
I like that, Vin. So with that being said, I was really able to, God showed me that I could do it.
Right.
I can really, really do it. So that's kind of how my modeling career went and how I got into my empowerment program. Okay. Now, my empowerment program came about after my modeling career came to a halt.
Okay.
And my modeling career came to a halt because of my life choices. I mentioned to you I have 3 boys. Right. I have 3 sons, and the demand of a modeling career, you have to be able to get up and go.
Right.
You have to be able to get up and go. So, through my life choices, I had to put that career on hold, but through Ram Role Model Society, I was able to ignite, that purpose and that fulfillment through my organization. Okay. And we do modeling in my organization. We do runway boot camp in my organization. And what I tell the girls in my program, it's nice to look nice on the runway and walk down the runway, but it's bigger than that. It's bigger than that for me. Mm-hmm. It's bigger than that for me. Like, modeling is my passion, and I like to get dressed and we like to get made up and we like to look pretty, but we have to have more substance than that.
Okay.
We gotta have more substance than that. So, when we on the runway, I tell girls, when you're walking down that runway, and the runway is anywhere. It's when I walked in here. You see me walking in here. It's when I get up and I walk to the bathroom. You have to exude that confidence. You have to have that confidence so you can execute your dreams and your goals. And that's one of the reasons why I'm here today, because it's all about executing dreams and goals and being the best person that you can be. So
yes, and
that's how it kind of came about with my program and with the modeling career and with the kids and
Superwoman.
Yeah, if you say so.
Well, one of my favorite parts about hosting Good Morning Wilmington are the conversations that I get to have with our guests prior to filming. And I had such a great conversation with Cheris. For our viewers just tuning in, if you don't know who Cheris Monique is, you need to Google her. I was able to get on her Instagram. We have a mutual friend, India, who's a wonderful, wonderful individual, and I was able to get on your Instagram, and quickly I was able to identify your purpose. And I loved your story, how you're changing the narrative, because as a woman in the modeling, acting, public speaking industry, I understand what it is to feel what you're feeling, in a sense where I want to start a family, but I'm afraid everything will stop.
Wow.
Biggest fear we have as women, career women.
Absolutely.
So the fact that you have been continuing to break these barriers and show that you are the perfect example as a woman, a strong woman, a mother of 3, and a career woman that can continue to follow her dreams is inspiring to someone like me. So, and I immediately I felt the connection, and I felt, yes, I'm so glad she's coming on the show today, because
that makes me feel so good.
Our young women, career-based women, need to see that it's not over if you want to start a family. You can continue to follow your dreams, and you're the example.
Yes, thank you so much. And that is my mission and objective today, as I continue to work with all ages across the lifespan. One of my main objectives today is exactly what you said, because I have experienced that. I have experienced this, what you said. When I had to stop my modeling career, I used to, you know, feel some type of way when I would turn on the TV and I would see Tyra Banks and, you know, models and fashion, because I wasn't there no more. I wasn't attached to it no more because of my life choices. So it would really, you know, burn inside of me. But that program ran Role Model Society, working with the kids and giving them the confidence that they can, you know, be anything that they want to be. I get total fulfillment, just the same as if I was in the magazine or if I was on TV, you know. Then what I tell, you know, as far as that whole thing is, as far as that's concerned, I tell, it doesn't matter about your circumstance. It's all about destiny. Do not let your circumstances dictate your destiny. When I was modeling, I was leaving right from the poverty-driven blocks, like East Side, North Side. Like, I was leaving from those blocks and getting on the turnpike and going to New York and being around superstars. I was being around superstars that my mom used to watch. Yes, early. So God showed me early, like, girl, like, you can do anything you put your mind to. And that's what I pour into children, and that's what I am now pouring into women, because I have done it. I have experienced it, just like you said.
You know what's crazy is as men, and look, before we go to the next segment, we go, I want to see you walk. You know what I mean? So we're going to move this stuff out the way. We want to see you walk. As men, right, we don't think about stuff like that, like what you just said, like, you know, is our career or, you know, personal stuff. We just do.
Right.
But women, and I see the importance of what you're doing now, right, more than anything, because women get to a point that they feel like, I need something to reignite my fire. Or they had something going on and they had to stop because they had a kid. And hopefully one woman watching this, right, says, you know what, that was me. I am Cheris.
You can still do it.
You can still do it.
You can do it.
Yeah, so is that the message you want the women, the girls, to say? This, like, you know what, I've been there, and this is the push I need to become better.
You let me know I'm on the right track, because that is the exact message.
Boom. All right, I want to see her walk. Can you show? All right.
Okay, come on.
All right. So show us how to. Let me move this stuff out the way.
Oh, we're moving. Okay.
All right. So
we're just moving the entire set right now.
So can I go back there?
Yep, you can go right there.
Okay.
Yep. So what is it about the walk?
Okay, so this is how, I'm going to give you a little brief overview of how it works in Runway Bootcamp when I work with Role Model Society. Now, the whole point of Runway Bootcamp is for the girls to learn self-control.
Okay.
You know, it's to learn self-control.
Okay,
so
we're
it's really like a boot camp. So I'm gonna, y'all are the kids. Y'all are the kids. Little Ivan, little Vince. So stand behind Vin, because you're taller.
Right here.
We always line up shortest to tallest for Runway Boot Camp. And this is what I say. I say, stand up tall, head up, shoulders back. Do not look at me. Just listen to the sound of my voice. Look at the person's head in front of you. Right? And it's a purpose for that, you know, because if we want to exude confidence, we can't be walking around with our shoulders slumped over. We can't be walking around with our head to the ground. We have to walk like we are somebody. We have to walk like we feel good about ourselves, even if we don't. And if we don't feel good about ourselves, that is okay. And that is another thing that we have to also realize. But This is what we do.
Okay.
So head up, shoulders back, and stand there. Be quiet. Don't say anything.
Okay.
Because when they are in school, they have to listen to the teacher. When they are at home, they have to listen to their mother. When they go to work, they have to listen to their boss. They have to exemplify some type of self-control. And it can start right here on the runway. So I have learned how to incorporate modeling into everyday life survival skills. Okay, so now the modeling, the real modeling. Now see, Vin is already, she knows. Left, right foot first.
Vin. That's cheating, Miss Delaware.
So you want to do what the person is doing in front of you.
So I'm gonna stand like her.
You want to put your right foot in front, and you want to kind of make a T stance. Just a slight T stance.
Right.
Right. Well, you want to don't do it as feminine as us.
Oh, you don't gotta worry about it.
Don't be as feminine as us.
Keep your
You sure you don't want me to show Ivan a little bit? Maybe I'll just so we can see.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. We'll do a little pyramid.
I feel like we need to see what's happening over here.
So there you go. There you go. He got it. Confidence is the biggest thing.
Yes.
Regardless of whether we're doing it right or not, it's all about confidence. So you want to put your right foot first. And in modeling, we always start with the right foot. When you get more experience, you kind of do what you want. But the key is walking like a cat. You start with the right foot, and it's one foot in front of the other. And that's why they call it the catwalk, because you're literally walking like a cat. And it's not a crisscross walk. It's just one foot in front of the other, and you're taking longer strides. So we're not walking like, we're walking to the bathroom. We're actually, we're actually putting some emphasis in our strides. And when we do that, we create a natural sway, right, Vin?
That's right.
We create a natural sway because the girls, the first thing they want to do is they want to, I'm like, nope. When
you're gonna have me watching the fashion channel.
When you take those longer strides, listen, I'm taking off my shoes just because I'm not gonna fall on live TV. I'm not gonna trip or anything, so I'm gonna make sure. So,
boom, Vin.
Wait, I'm waiting for my cue. Hold on. I'm
That's
waiting for my cue.
My strides aren't that long, but it kind of give you a little visual of what I'm talking about when I say you got to take those long strides, one foot in front of the other.
Let me see, Vin.
And it gives you that natural.
Come on, Vin, let me see.
Okay, my
How
cue.
much time we got? All right, go ahead.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Vin, get it, girl. Yes.
Now, Cheris, while she's walking, can you tell people where they can find more information out about you and the organization?
Okay, so you can go to my website, which is www.IamCherisMonique.com. You can go to my Instagram page, which is I am Cheris Monique, CherisMonique.com. Oh no, that's Instagram. Ain't no .com. It's just I am Cheris Monique. And then my Facebook page, Cheris Monique, and my program page is Ram_Squad1.
Yo, Cheris, thanks so much for coming.
Let me tell you, do I got a couple more minutes?
Go ahead, knock yourself out.
I got to tell y'all about my event coming up.
Go
It's
ahead.
today, it's later. So listen, I have a women's empowerment event coming up today. It's called the Twerk Shop.
Oh,
The Twerk Shop.
Okay.
Yeah, Twerk Shop.
Talk about it.
So
tell
the
our
Twerk
viewers.
Shop is, it's an event
Look,
for
you got
women.
everybody's attention.
Everybody's
back there,
attention.
man. Everybody like, what?
There's like 5 guys in there, they're like, Twerk Shop. Twerk Shop, what, where, when, how much it costs? Okay, so the Twerk Shop is an event that I created for women. It's all about boosting esteem and building confidence in women. You can come, you can embrace your insecurities, you can boost your confidence. It's all about, building sisterhood bonds with other women that are in the building. And it's to bring new light about just having fun and being free as females. If you do not know, twerking is a cultural type of thing. Some people look at it as a provocative, risque type of dance, but twerking is our culture. It's a dance that originated from Africa.
I saw that.
It originated from Africa, and the name twerk originated like in the early 90s from New Orleans.
Right.
So open up your minds a little bit, have fun. You know how to twerk?
Oh, they can get Vincenza twerking. Go to commercial.
So just so you know, actually I do.
You do?
I do. I will not be doing that on camera today. So
Okay.
I took dance since I was the age of 3. I studied all styles of dance.
Really?
And then I taught dance for 25 years, ballet, tap, hip hop.
Nice.
All styles of hip hop. So I actually was an instructor of hip hop classes for many, many years in all different styles. So I do know how to dance.
Can you come to the twerk shop today?
I'll see if I can. I'll see if I can.
Come,
I have
pull
to go
up
to the
on
I
us.
have to go to the restaurant, but if I can sneak away,
I think y'all got some
I might be
symmetry
able
somewhere.
to. I
We
might
do.
be able
I
to
think
sneak
y'all,
away.
I think y'all got some
No, but
symmetry.
this sounds like an incredible event.
It is. I'm so excited. Thank you so
Cheris,
much.
Thank you so much for being here.
Thank
it was
you for
such a
having
pleasure
me.
to connect with you, and we're just so happy for you
Yeah.
and everything you're doing for our community, especially our young women.
Thank you so much. I appreciate
continue
it.
To inspire, continue to make moves, and we wish you best of luck in everything you're
All right.
doing.
Thank you so much, guys. Thank you for
got
having me.
it.
Of course.
That's it?
That's,
We done?
No, well, let's thank our sponsors real quick, because that's most important, right?
Sponsors. Thank you to our sponsors, Dart and Wi-Fly and Out and About Magazine. We want to say special thank you to all you wonderful people out there that believe in DETV. But
Yes.
most of all, thank the mayor, Mike Purzycki, Donna Snyder White from the United Way, Miss Cheris
Yes.
Monique from RAM, and thank you, Vincenza.
Thank you, Ivan.
All right.
All right.
All right.
We'll see you next week.
Next week, I'm gonna do it more than 1 week, 1 day a week. Can we do that? Can we do like 3-4 days? Like, every day? Just every day?